be dope. Back on the rims, riding on rims. Came in all black to that, I came back to my to that ripping no Cadillac. Feel like a Cadillac, nothing but class. It's never been average, never been on. Average told me I'm tougher than homie Javante. The fight is my mantra. I want it, I will. Get you a wheel, they carry it. We fighting a lead, my is all. I'm back in my bag, I'm back in my bag on God. My bag on God. Back in my duffel, don't fear no opponent. You know I'm gon' hustle like rubber band on it. Counting my blessings, I'm laughing like Jonah. You don't wish me well, I guess you don't know me. Got all these like Malcolm and Sadie. That's word to my mama, tatted on my body. My left arm, they ain't left arm, they still doing harm. Bodies on bodies, cried over Malcolm, I cried over Dolphin. I'm crying for Nipsey, been feeling like Lauren. Carried the cross, got the sun in my eyes. Groom for this, I ain't meant to be no bride. I'm married, but I know you.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at Highmark Stadium in upstate New York. And we are underway in Buffalo. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. Right to the air is Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 19 yards right off the bat. And a quick first down.
That's a good start to the ball game. Maybe a little bit of a tone setter offensively. They come out throwing right away, and it's an early completion and a quick first down.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. On the counter, it's Henry. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Here's Jackson to throw. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. That's Gregory Rousseau getting in there to bring him down.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Throwing is Jackson. And his throw here's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throw caught by Flowers. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
4th down, here's Jackson. That is caught. And he'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. 27 yards, a big play there on 4th.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that 4th down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
They go play action with Jackson. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo.
Well, the lost sleep that the defensive coordinator had all week preparing for this game, a good portion of it was trying to prepare for him because he's absolutely a phenomenal player.
And a lot of times around the goal line, they know it's going to him. It's just so hard to stop.
And that's where it really becomes difficult because you're exactly right. They know it's going to him, yet they still can't stop it. That tells you when you're a dominant player.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They start the drive with Cook. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Here's Allen. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trenton Simpson. And this one will be brought back to the 22. After the interception, here's Jackson. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
The end result was brute force on brute force. But think about everything that's going on if you're playing defensive tackle. You're dealing with at least one blocker across from you, trying to deal with him, shed him, and maybe even a second one before you have to try and make the tackle on the big guy.
And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. Now a timeout called for by the offense. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
So after the made field goal, 10-0 here early as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Allen looks to throw on second down. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. So the completion good for just 3. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards. Now Allen. And complete right side to Cook. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. That's going to bring up fourth down, only a gain of 2 there.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? Third down, they just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Ravens get the football back and in great shape.
Let's bring it. No. 43's the mic. I'm going.
And Bateman, he'll go in motion right here. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Henry up the middle. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. And that gets back some of what they needed, but they're still stuck here with a 3rd and 13. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Steps away to his left. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Nelson Aguilar. 41 yards. And the Ravens are able to add on to that lead. So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on 4th down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Here's Cook again. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Throwing now is Allen. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked up by Brandon Stevens. And the Ravens are going to have it here just past the 25. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
He's going to look downfield for Henry. And that one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessful. They approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Inside handoff here to Ricard. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. It'll be a gain of 7, but I'd imagine we'll see the punt team here on 4th down.
Now's a good chunk of yardage picked up there. And big fella, sometimes he doesn't need a whole lot of space created. He can make his own way.
And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down. Allen going to change the look here. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Trenton Simpson. And the Ravens are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Play action. Now Jackson on the move to his left. He's going to fire one. Corner of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And the Bills are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this 1st half. A final shot before half for Allen. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Brandon Stevens, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st half. 1st half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. very one-sided first half. 17-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. That's certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. Cook up the gut. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. Second down. To the air, Allen. Buying time to his left. And Allen will have the first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact at the end. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Here's Allen to throw it. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And they're right.
Two in, two back ends, booked up, look up, I'm flying, yeah, I'm free now, see now, society's time me release now, crazy, I'm finna go see now, big style, big deals, vitamin water, that's a big one, 6 mil, coach came to me like I'm D1, like Will, got 17 hours to the flight out. Only got time for a night out. So tell me what you want from me. We ain't getting no younger. So tell me what you want from me. We ain't got too long, no. You know I gotta catch my flight. You know I gotta reach new heights again. You know you running up at night. You know
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to South Florida and Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. Taking it about the 1. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. On the ground, this is Devon Achane. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Achane. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 2 straight runs of 5 yards, 1st and 10.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Achane on the counter. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll come up now 3rd and 3. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And going deep for Hill. And this will be incomplete. Both players with a shot at it that time, but neither coming away with it.
You get a sense of what this game plan might be. They think they can take a few home run shots against this defense. They tried it there on the opening drive, but that ball's incomplete.
It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Well, Tua's going to change things up. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. That one caught by Tyreek Hill.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
They'll run for it with Achane. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
On 2nd down, a run by Achane. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. How about this opening drive? Play number 12 now. This is 3rd down. A run straight ahead with Achane. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Well, looks like they'll move things around here. They'll run. Achane. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Tua sets up to pass it. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. Mostert will score. Touchdown, Miami.
It's not often you talk about statement drives coming right at the start of a game, but that was some statement there. That drive took them the length of the field, and as I look at the clock, ate up nearly the entire first quarter as well. Great work up front, clearing space, and an ideal finish on the touchdown run.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be fielded in the end zone with no move to bring it out, so it'll be a touchback, and that ball will be placed at the 30. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. They set up the screen for Henry. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A good pickup there on 1st as a screen pass gets him 8.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. Flushed out right. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
Got his man, and that's the rookie 4th-round pick. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down. Now it's Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Jackson's throw pulled in by Aguilar. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll bring up second down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up first and goal. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, second and goal. Henry. Not going anywhere. He'll lose a couple back to the 6. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
And now third and goal coming up. The loss on second down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Third and goal, Jackson. Dancing to his left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens are an extra point away from capturing the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and they take the lead here at 7-6. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Coming out of the end zone, D. Eskridge. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And he completes it to Berrios. And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one.
Now that certainly solidifies how to attack this 2-minute drill right before the half. I don't think they were going to try and run out the clock, but now after that big play, their thoughts are certainly of trying to score and get some points before the half.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Tua, the final shot before half. Over the middle, complete. It's Hill. And he's got this down to the 35. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Ravens ready to receive it. And they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And the decision to bring it out, a poor one, especially given the new rules. They're going to be backed up deep to start this drive.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. Those are the type of runs that we did not see from him in the first half, but a good start to the 3rd quarter.
And I know what everyone's thinking that's watching this. They did a great job adjusting at the half. Oftentimes you don't make adjustments. You just dial into your game plan a little bit better, and maybe they're starting to make some headway.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Jackson forced out to his left. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Being chased out left. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what?
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Tyrell Dodson able to run him down for a loss of a yard. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 24-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
A 1st down carry for Henry. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. 2nd down, they go again with Henry, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. They'll run it again with Henry. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Derrick Henry, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. On the return, it's Eskridge, and he'll bring it out. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. 1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. The drive starts with a run from Achane. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Tua now on first down. Open man is Hill. He's got it. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Up the middle, Achane. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. The offense on third down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Tua going to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Tua. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. Back to the ground, Achane. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Tua. A quick slant to Hill. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
And that's a much-needed first down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a 4th down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
1st and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Achane is into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami. So part 1 of what they needed is done. They get in the end zone. Now you have to imagine we'll see a try for 2.
And that's what the book says, but defensively, they can't hang their head right here. They've still got a chance to come out with the lead if they make a play.
Tua going to try and throw for it. And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted to tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done. Get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
And in the second half of the tie game, every decision gets magnified. And here, if he forces this ball, it could be intercepted. So that's the prudent play to just airmail it out of bounds.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw is Jackson. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. Boy, hard to catch your breath. Another big play looming, 4th and 3. Jackson. Connecting with Andrews. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. Throwing Tua on 1st and 10. It's Mostert. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Raheem Mostert with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Here's Jackson. Steps away to his left. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. And he'll be touched down at the end, but a big play on that one. Now Jackson. Buying time to his left. His throw incomplete. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
It makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Jackson. That is caught. And he's taken down inside the 30.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now. Throwing, Jackson. Dancing to his left. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
Jackson to throw. Pass on the crossing route is complete. This is Andrews. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
They're going to try and run for it. And he's going to get in for the 2 points. It was an incredibly gutsy call, but they've taken the lead by a point late in the game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is 1st and 10. Here's Tua. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Tua. And this is not going to be what they needed. They get a few here, but now 3rd down as the clock runs. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Now Tua. Connecting with Hill, and they will get the conversion on third down, but the clock, a more pressing factor. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Well, this offense still has the one timeout here, remember. 1st and 10. Tagovailoa. That'll be caught by Hill. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. And this kick is not going to get there. It's short and no good. And that'll keep this a 1-point game.
Yeah, Brandon, that's a tough distance with the game on the line because you'd like to give your kicker better odds than that. Anything 50-plus, we know it's going to be difficult. And that one proved to be just a little too difficult. And now it appears it's going to cost them the football game.
And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Down to a knee goes Jackson, and that should seal it. So no shortage of offense in this game, but a very clean game too, Charles. Each side got its points, but they did so without committing a single turnover.
That's so true, and it certainly felt like NFL football at its finest, right? You talk about the highest level from both of these offenses. Neither one of them afraid of taking risks, and both of them aggressively pushing it downfield. I did like, Brandon, how smart they were about going about their business, though. They were high-flying, but they took care of the ball.
Yeah, they did, and just keeping it clean in a game like this with all these points, you don't see that very often, even at the highest level. Job well done by both sides. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. And with that, we sign off from Miami.
Check it out. Hit you with no delaying, so what you saying, yo? Silly with your ice grilly with the dilly, yo. When I be on the mic, yes, I do my duty, yo. While up in the club like we while in the studio. You know when to violate, baby, really and truly, yo. My main thug, Bill and Julio, he moody, yo. Type of brother that did with the real shook, scared to death, act, yo. X that, look at shorty, she a little cutie, yo. The way she make me wanna get all in the, yo. Top mistress of the videos, while I'm with my freak like we up in the freak shows. Hit you with the, make you feel it all in your toes. Hot, got all my people.
This is the NFL on EA Sports as we join you from Everbank Stadium here in Jacksonville. Two teams on opposite ends of the Sunshine State. The Jags and Dolphins are underway. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Going to the air right away, Lawrence. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
We have to see what kind of looks this defense is going to throw at him as this game moves along, but they're in a zone to start. I do think we'll see plenty of man coverage as we move along, but the first throw of this one, incomplete.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. They go play action now. Lawrence. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. So on 4th down, here's Logan Cook to punt for Jacksonville. Malik Washington deep for Miami. Fielded just inside the 30. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be Dolphin football. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll run. Here's Devon Achane. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. From the 42-yard line, here's the 2nd and 5. Looking to pass. Tua. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Out of the gun, here's a give to Achane. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. Now Tua signaling to change things up. Tua's throw caught by his receiver Hill. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 39 yards. And the Dolphins are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Now a 2nd and 6. Here's Lawrence to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. Now Lawrence. They'll try and set up the screen to ETN. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Now Lawrence to throw on 2nd down. He'll get this into the hands of the wideout from LSU. He's to the 15. Touchdown, Jaguars. Brian Thomas, 57 yards. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Now the try here for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From the end zone, here comes Eskridge. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
This is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out and giving the ball back to their offense?
No sign of Tua departing. 4th down. They're going for it. Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. These two teams all tied after 1. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. As they've got it as we resume action. Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. On 1st down, Tagovailoa. Rush coming, and he's taken down. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Tua sets up to pass it. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hill. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 19. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
How about a nod to the sequence of plays they're putting together here? This has been death by 1,000 paper cuts on this drive. But this is one of their best plays yet, and they're able to move it down into the red zone.
Running left, Achane. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive. So we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Jordan Brooks with it. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. It's a slant to Hill. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Tua. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Dolphins have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Sanders on for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. Throw left side, taken in by Washington. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to make it 4th down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They're going on 4th down. Lawrence. That's to his running back, complete. But he will not get away. He stopped short of the marker. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. Achane gets it from the gun. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Dolphins will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into... And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Jaguars. Brian Thomas, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Jaguars get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Here's Moore. He will return it. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Play action. It's Lawrence. Eluding the pressure right. And that is caught downfield by Thomas. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down. And now it's 2nd and long. They go play action with Lawrence. Complete to Washington. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Lawrence will throw. Escaping the pressure right. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. And his kick is right there. It's good, and they're hanging around here as the lead's down to 12. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal. And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board. So we come upon halftime in what's a 12-point game at the break. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. On the return, it's Eskridge, and he'll bring it out. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked out officially at the 21. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
And Waddle going to have a Dolphins first down as he'll get this up to the 32. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now Tua. Open net is Waddle, complete. Down the left sideline. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that will make this a 19-point game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. 3rd quarter action from Jacksonville. Lawrence. Screenplay. Here's Etienne. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Yeah, you only get a 1-yard buffer there from the line of scrimmage, and he got downfield a little too far, and the flag came out. On play action, Lawrence. Forced out to his left. Washington's got it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Give them 32 on the play. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. This is caught. It's Kirk. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. Again, it's Lawrence. Flush to his right. Thomas brings it in. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Davis. Touchdown! Gabriel Davis. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars get a bit closer. So a very important first drive of the 3rd quarter, Charles, and safe to say, a much-needed touchdown.
Which leads to the question, where was this in the first half? Because if they'd had a few more drives like that, they wouldn't be in this situation. But that is the kind of drive that sends a message to the other side. We're going to be here, and we're going to battle you to the end.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From the end zone, here comes Eskridge. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now Tua going to change the play. Now Achane on 1st and 10. 90 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Right back to Achane on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Tua now on 1st down. This one thrown underneath to Achane. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. On the handoff, it's Achane. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. They work now on 2nd and 9. Here's Tua. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Foyesade Oluwakin. And the Jaguars are right back in this football game. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10. Just shy of the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking long for Thomas. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there. Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They'll give this to Achane. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Now 2nd and 9. But now an audible here into something else. Tua wants to throw it on 2nd down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown. Looking to pass. Tua. And that is incomplete. I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger. And that is no good. And this will remain an 11-point spread. Now, Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it? No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick. They go play action now. Lawrence, he'll buy some time right. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well. On second down, here's Lawrence. And his throw is incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead, it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
It's a throw again as Lawrence. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Here we go. Gotta have it. Lawrence. That is caught. He'll have the first down and then some. Touchdown, Jaguars. Brian Thomas, 56 yards. And the Jaguars have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So here we go now as the Jaguars will go for 2. Lawrence. It's complete, but he will not get in here. He's stopped up short of the goal line, and this will remain a 5-point game. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down. To throw is Tua. This is caught by Waddle. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A run straight ahead with Achane. Eventually wrangled down before reaching the 20, but a strong run. So they come up on second down, and they can get another run like we just saw, but likely put an end to this thing. And he is going to have a Miami first down, and the Dolphins are going to win the football game. Back to throw is Tua. Quick hitter to Jalen Waddle. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Here's Mostert. And he is going to be stopped here at the line of scrimmage. And time is going to expire in this football game. What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from Jacksonville.